Hope you're doing well. Coach Kevin Ward coming to you again from Arvin Gym here at West Point for today's episode of Ward Words, our weekend recap, and look forward to our next competition for the Army Wrestling program. All right, so as you may have heard, there was a pretty big dual meet last Friday night at 7:30 in Annapolis where we traveled to take on Navy. And going in, if you saw my last preview, you know that we were pretty heavy underdogs on paper, maybe favored on paper in 3 out of the 10 matches. And what a dual meet it was. It didn't disappoint. Just like the last 2 years, it came down to the last match of the night at heavyweight, came down to double overtime, and a big-time win by freshman Bobby Hill out of New Hampshire, coming through with a ride out in his 32nd overtime, getting an escape in the tiebreaker to give our team an 18-15 win, our first program win at Annapolis since 1961. I'll give you a kind of a recap of the matches of the night. At 125 pounds, Trey Shalafu got us started off right and beat an opponent from Navy that was a rematch from a match at the All-Academy Championships. Had to get 2 takedowns in the third period with a ride out there at the end to win the match. Really started us off strong. We were able to carry that momentum through the rest of the dual meet. At 157 pounds, big-time win from a sophomore out of Seckman, Missouri, Luke Weiland. Really dominating win over a guy that's ranked in the top 30 in the country. Luke claims a 5-1 victory over his opponent. At 165 pounds, Andrew Mendel, our lone senior to take the mat for the night, came through with a big-time win over an opponent from Navy that he's familiar with. They've split a couple matches. Andrew got bested at the All-Academy Championships in the finals and has just really been on a mission ever since and was excited about this matchup. Maybe the most excited guy on the team about this duel, just for a chance to go out and get revenge over an opponent that got the better of him last time. And he really came out and put a complete match together, scoring the last takedown, a pretty dominating 6-3 win, which gave us some much-needed momentum moving into 174 pounds. And the 174-pound sophomore Ben Harvey from Cathedral High School in Indianapolis, Indiana, wrestled a familiar opponent, a guy that he had lost to for the last 4 times, that just, we believe, kept chipping away, and getting really close to beating him. And no better time to do it than in that dual meet. And came through with the last takedown the last 30 seconds and about a 25-second ride out to win the match by point over the number 8 wrestler in the country. As we moved on to 197 and heavyweight, both familiar opponents, and Rocco Kaywood at 197 was able to secure riding time, fight off a single leg late in the third period, and claim a 2-1 win, which set us up for a tie dual meet going into heavyweight. And freshman Bobby Hill coming through with a guy that had beat him twice earlier in the season. He went out really believing that it was his time to win and believing in himself. And couple close calls in regulation, but the match went into overtime and nobody scored in the first minute. Ultimate ride-outs. Bobby has a huge mat return when he's on top and gets an escape in about 10 seconds when he went on bottom in the second tiebreaker, held off his opponent for the last 15 seconds of the match to claim the win. Ultimately claimed the star for our program. Pretty thrilling, come from behind, 18-15 win in their place, the first time we've won over there since 1961. So really what's most important for our program now is what we have going forward. And our eyes, really since Saturday morning have been on the EIWA Championships. The most important thing to our program, the backbone of our program, are 2 tournaments in March. And our guys have done a great job regaining composure and being focused and really directing all of their energy and all their focus onto the EIWA Championships, which take place next weekend at Hofstra University in Long Island, New York. For a preview of the EIWA Championships and give you an update on how our training's going and what we've got coming up, I'm going to flip the camera around and Coach Chris Chinuma is going to give you an update on what we've got going forward to the EIWA Championships.
Moving on from the Navy duel, Navy's in the past. They're in our rearview mirror. We're focused on getting All-Americans at the national tournament. In order for us to do that, we need to go out and compete our hardest at the EIWA tournament. The EIWA tournament is the biggest and one of the toughest conferences out there, so our performance is crucial to helping us reach our goal of being All-Americans. We have a very tough group of kids, very young group of kids as well, but that talent has showed out this past weekend, and we can do it at the conference tournament. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys at the EIWA tournament at Hofstra on March 3rd and 4th, and then we'll see you a couple weeks after that at the national tournament. Thank you for all you do. Go Army. Beat everyone.